despite losing 5 primaries, Ted Cruz stunned everybody by announcing his vice presidential candidate is Carly Fiorina. This means Fiorina is now just a heartbeat away from never being president. Ever. Cruz says that after he officially loses the nomination, he'll immediately deliver his inaugural address.
Ted Cruz has taken plenty of heat the last few days for being behind in the numbers, still being brash enough to name Carly Fiorina as his VP running mate. Several people on my social media page predicted that if Cruz loses the nomination to Donald Trump, the next day he will announce members of his cabinet. Jokes aside, and to the bone on this one too, Cruz is still in the running. Donald Trump is not the guaranteed nominee at this stage. And with Indiana Governor Mike Pence throwing his considerable weight behind the Texas senator, and talk that this weekend in Virginia, Cruz will romp to a delegate victory there. Hey, nothing's guaranteed, and that could be having an interesting ripple effect on what Democrats are considering come their convention, which just happens to arrive after the GOP is done. Let's put it all together. Plenty here. Let's dive into Friday's version of the political animal, where one can only hope cocktails are served after the discourse and once everyone is safe in their homes. He is Democratic strategist at Catamount Strategies and a veteran speechwriter, meaning every word will have value. Christian Hanley. He is Republican strategist, professor at Georgetown University, which means he knows how to get a late reservation at Philomena's. Bradley Blakeman. He better know it as well, I'm telling you. Christian, I'm going to come with you first. Go ahead and thank you for joining us, by the way, gentlemen. This is interesting. Bernie Sanders has got a lot of money still behind him. His wife says that he's in it till the end. Now, we have the Republican convention that happens after, or rather before the Democrats. Is it just possible that the Democrats, because Bernie's still a power, might actually wait until seeing whom they will face and then decide whom they want to put in the race?
Nothing is impossible. I still think that despite what Jane Sanders has said recently to the press, that Bernie's goal is changing now. He recently laid off some staff, actually around 200 staffers in Indiana, and I think his goal is shifting. He's now moving towards Plan B, which is to secure enough delegates to have a strong showing at the convention and be able to influence the party platform from 2016 beyond. It's certainly a Plan B, but I think that's what he's going for right now. Whether or not the Democrats are actually keeping an eye on that possibility of choosing after the Republicans have chosen, it's an interesting proposition. But I think it's pretty clear right now who the two frontrunners are and who the eventual nominees will be.
But do you get a sense, though, that Hillary Clinton, the presumptive nominee here, that if indeed Bernie Sanders walks into the convention and he has all these people behind him and he's trying to influence the platform, that she will let him influence that platform, that she will acquiesce to that and let him become part of the process? I don't get that sense.
Well, I don't get that sense yet either, Ed, to be quite frank. On the other hand, Hillary is aware that come the general election, she will need not only her own supporters, but other Democrats and independents as well. And in order to do that, she will need a great deal, rather, of Bernie Sanders supporters. So if she's wise to this, she will, I wouldn't say acquiesce, but she would be more cooperative come the convention and allow for a meaningful discussion that will make the supporters of the Sanders campaign feel included in the general election.
Boy, I don't see Hillary Clinton acquiescing or basically making deals with anybody, oddly enough. All right, let's go right here. Coming to you, Brad. State of Indiana is up for grabs. Indiana Governor Mike Pence made public who he intends to support in the upcoming primary. Interesting comments. Here you go.
I'm grateful that all the candidates are coming through Indiana and dedicating the time and energy they are. But it's clear this is a time for choosing. Now, let me say I've come to my decision about who I'm supporting, and I'm not against anybody, but I will be voting for Ted Cruz in the upcoming Republican primary.
What we didn't hear, though, is where he actually spent several seconds beforehand, Brad, basically saying really nice things about Donald Trump, and then almost backhanded gave his support to Ted Cruz. Is it going to make a difference?
I don't think it's going to make a difference. I think Bobby Knight will make more of a difference than the governor of the state will. The fact of the matter is, Pence isn't going out on the road. It was a tacit endorsement at best. He said nice things about Trump, and I think he had to give his endorsement to somebody. He gave it to Ted Cruz. The fact of the matter is, if he doesn't go out on the road today and through Election Day and turn his governorship, meaning the staffers that he has at his disposal and the accoutrements of his power, over to the Ted Cruz campaign, then it's really meaningless. This, if anything, was lukewarm. Ted is getting a lot of lukewarm endorsement. It's not as if people are rabid about him.
Well, of course, if we listen to John Boehner, he's Lucifer.
Yeah.
Pretty much answers everything there. He's the devil in disguise. But here's something else. The Indianapolis Star editorial said Donald Trump would be a danger to the United States and to the world. But here, and they're basically pushing John Kasich. Aren't we just right back here again? Kasich, Cruz, Trump. Donald Trump will continue to win as long as there's a split underneath him. And we keep hearing about John Kasich, who people understand, Brett, has zero chance to win anything.
Exactly, and the divide and conquer strategy that they both had together lasted about 15 minutes. So, look, neither one of the two other candidates other than Donald Trump have the ability to get to 1237. We know that. That's a fact. It's math. The question now is does Donald Trump come so close that to deny him at the convention would just be utter upheaval and suicide on behalf of Republicans. So I think Donald Trump is the presumptive nominee. He's closing the deal, and if he doesn't get it by 1237, he certainly, I think, will get it on the first ballot at the convention.
20 seconds to both of you. Politico talks about how Hillary Clinton will crush Trump in November. Christian, first of all, to you, don't you think that maybe if the Republicans want to beat Hillary, they better get on the stick pretty soon and start dealing with these numbers?
I mean, they should, but, you know, the Stop Trump campaign, that's already dead and gone. They need to now move forward, realizing that Trump will most likely be the nominee.
Bradley, Stop Trump campaign, dead and gone. You go with that?
Yeah, I mean, it's going to be fruitless. It's Dewey wins. Look, Trump is defied gravity. I think you can continue to do that. And to underestimate him in the general, I think you do it at your peril.
Don't worry about it, Christian. When I talk to Brad, he's going to make sure to get reservations for all three of us at Philomena's. I'll work that out. Bradley Blakeman, you're on. Bradley Blakeman, Christian Hanley, thanks for joining us, guys. Journalists carrying more than pens and notebooks to the GOP convention. How about flak jackets? That possibility is here. We'll talk about it next on The Hardline.